when you start asking people, I have a saying about being more interested than interesting, what they like and what they don't like, and you really get focused, you're going to start attracting more people that like the same things. So first, it's like ambassadorship of acceleration and growth. If you focus like I did on building my brand 2 people at a time, that will, all I wanted when I built my brand first year, people thought I was crazy. I just wanted 2 people that would show up on my patio, listen to me, and go tell 2 more people next year, you should come with me to Dave Meltzer's patio. He knows what he's talking about, and watch his videos, right? So for you, focus on 1 person that shares your vision and passion and feelings, emotional feelings, and then look for that person that's going to tell 1 more person and 1 more person and 1 more person. Here's how, I know you're so young, but this is how the numbers work. Even for a guy that was 50 when I started, 5 years I would have 64 people, just at 2 people a year. That would be 64 people on my deck, kind of like here in 3 years. And then next time will be 128. In 10 years, if you wanted to start this band and you had 2 people year 1, they're like, man, I love this band. Or I want to be a part of the band, or I want to finance the band, or hire these guys to play, whatever it is, just 2. But those 2 people told 2 more every year. By 5 years, you'd have 64. By 10 years, you'd have 2,000. By 15 years, you'd have 64,000. And by 20 years from now, you'd have 2 million people wanting to be involved with your band, and you'd be super famous. But the problem is when we're young, we want 2 million people in year 1, and most people look at people, and there's some of us here that are a little older, you're overnight success. I think there's a 17.5-year average to an overnight success, and I'll tell you why. It takes approximately, some people do it faster, there's anomalies to everything. It's for athletes, right? You meet a LeBron James every once in a while that can play in the NBA right out of high school. But most people can't, right? Most people have to put in 10 years from the time they're 5 years old to 15 to get to 25% of the way there. Then they put in 5 more years to get to 15%. So right now they're 20 years old and they're 50% of the way there. Then, and I'll tell you this, at the 10-year point, 99% of the people quit at 15 years old now. With whatever their passion is. They're 5 years old, I want to be a fireman, a rock star, a professional football player. By 15, 99% of the people quit. Same with entrepreneurs, by the way. Entrepreneurs might start a little later than 5, unlike me. But 25% of the way there, 99% of the people quit. 5 more years, the kid's 20 years old. Once again, 99% of the 1% at 20, they quit. Here's the sad thing. At 22 and a half amount of time with acceleration and growth, there's the guy that's 100% of the way there. And in half that amount of time, they're at 200, half 400, 800, 1600. That's how it works. 17 and a half years to get to an overnight success. And then if they stick to it with the same passion and purpose, they can keep accelerating and growing. And that's the true entrepreneurship. I know very few, there's very few that go any other way.